Hello, YouTube. It's almost the end of spring, and I still haven't finished spring house cleaning my fabric stash. I've been picking out all the little slivers and all of the little bits and trying to figure out how to use all of my orphan blocks. It's been a lovely experience. It's been a fun puzzle, and I really like the idea of using up my stash and being sustainable. So I'm trying very hard to incorporate all the little bits and pieces that I save throughout the year. I have had a lot of orphan blocks and I put them all up on my wall, and now I'm sectioning them off, making different quilts for donation quilts. They're going to be donation quilts and mostly for children. So I think it's going to be kind of fun to incorporate bright colors into dull things. Like this is just a piece of made up fabric using scraps. It works a treat. So being able to use the things you've got, be sustainable, be creative. I mean, this is so much fun. It's like a big puzzle, putting things together. So I hope you stick with me for my Orphanblock Fest, because I'm having a great time putting things together. And I might not be explaining things totally what I'm doing, but you'll see the progress and you'll see how I put things together. Things like this made up fabric, it's just sew strips together and cross cut it, use a different color. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can be very creative. So I hope you stick with me. And so I've taken them out of the bin that I keep orphan blocks in, and I've put them up on my wall. Some of them are things that I made, but a lot of them, all of these, are things that I didn't make. So people just sort of hand me off a few things at a time, and I put them in a special bin, and I think, oh, what am I going to do with them? I have a great huge pile of all of these equilateral triangles in nice bright colors, and I have an equal amount of white ones in that phase. And somebody was making lovely little baby quilts out of Drunkard's Path blocks, and there's a whole lot of these, but none of the corresponding out things. So in order to use orphan blocks, you have to have some kind of a plan. And I guess the first plan is I should finish the blocks that I have a lot of things cut out. Oh, yes. I just found these. A whole lot of these, but these are going to be really, really small for that, because I think somebody miscut these and they didn't actually fit. But I think I'm going to use these on the outside part of these pink ones here. I've got them. I'm just going to match them up together. So I've sorted it out. I'm going to make these into Drunkard's blocks. And they're pretty skinny and they're a little bit off size. So I'm just going to do what I can do to put those little tiny ends sewn into a seam allowance. But it looks all right. And I had to trim them down to 4.5 inches. That made a square of 4. That was 8 inches. So you see, I have finished those original blocks. There are enough of them to make a 12 patch of those. And if you see over here, those scrappy black and whites are a little bit too distracting in the spaces over here. So I've decided to take these, which were also on the wall before, and I'm going to just put a bit of the same orangey peach color around the outside of those and put them in the spaces, and they'll be golden. And that's one quilt top that's going to be done. It's a 40 by 60 size, and it'll be just perfect for a kid. So next I'm just going to put a border around these and sew them up, put them in. Deciding on the width of the border was easy. I just had to make the whole block the same size as the original block, which was 10 inches. So my strips were 3 inches wide. It was an easy job sewing the squares together, and then I added a border just to give it some stability around the edge. Now the after quilt. Top. Here's my finished quilt top, all measured and ready, and I'm going to use this fabric here as the backing. And I had enough of that to make a backing for another quilt the same size. So I've put all of these gray black pieces out, and I'm going to organize them in some fashion. This piece of fabric over here as inspiration for colors, and I could pick out a variety of bold colors to accent all of these dullish gray black pieces. So I'm just going to use my stash and use my scraps and find ways to incorporate these colors with all of this to make another quilt top. And I have a backing for it already, so I know what size it's going to be. I can go pick out little bits in my stash, in my scraps, all of these bright colors. They can be incorporated with these gray tones, liven them up a little bit, and it'll be another quilt top in a couple of days. So I started with the 4 half square triangles at the left-hand side of the page, and I added a green strip at the edge of the hypotenuse, and then I added took a 5-inch square and added a corner piece to it, different colors too. And then I went to the other side, and those 2 big squares I just took apart. I put them into 4 sections, as they were when they were made. And then I took those made-up fabric squares of black and white, and I did a cross cut and added a piece of colorful fabric in each of them. Looked at those half square triangles and added angry birds. And then I went on to the hexagons. I joined 6 sections together to make a hexagon, and then I added that clock fabric on the outside. And here I am at the end of the day. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day to join the other things together. Well, it was easy enough to just add that black and white clock fabric to those hexagons. And then with the little squares, I just added a piece of fabric about 2.5 inches around to make the block size 10.5. And then with the flag and those flying geese, I added a strip on one side and one bottom to make it sort of a border that would fit, because a 1/2 inch wasn't going to just do enough emphasis for me, so I just put it on 2 sides. Now all I have to do is just sew the blocks together and put the batting, quilt it, bind it, and I'll have another one done. Well, it didn't take long to quilt it with a diagonal stitch with my walking foot, and I put on a black binding as well. I really enjoyed making these 2 Orphanblock quilts, especially the second one with all of those fun angry birds and bright color motifs. And I really am happy with the choice of black as the accent color. I think this will be a good donation quilt as well, and I had a lot of fun making these this week. I have more orphan blocks to make, so I'll put up another video in the next week or two with all of the new orphan blocks that I've put together. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Bye.